Welcome back to the very late starting Johnny Custom Glocks front sight press. Woo! With the live studio audience. Hey! We have had a bunch of problems tonight, but Carrie's rocking it because she is here running everything all by herself. Except for that. But everything else, we've had problems. Made people come in, unlock doors to get remotes to make sure we have that TV, figure out what was wrong. Everything's rocking and rolling.
That's right.
Hey, you know what? I didn't even know. I wouldn't even know. So he's like, hey, it still says that.
And I don't have you live on my thingy here. I don't care.
You gotta get it live.
It's not on.
We're not live.
It's not on.
We're live. We're live, right?
We're dead.
Like, we're live. We should be live. We're live.
Breathe,
Are we live?
Carrie,
I don't know about
breathe.
that.
Somebody call me on my phone. Tell me if we're live.
We're live.
We're live. You watching it?
I don't think we're live.
No?
That's just the camera going, though. I don't know if we're live on Facebook.
We're live. Here, give me that. All right, here we go. It's the first Tuesday of the month.
It's Thursday.
Well, look, that's why I wasn't here for June or July. I came here on Tuesday, knocked on
Nobody
the door.
here. Nobody's
Nobody
here.
freaking answered. I looked through the window. It's pitch black. I'm like, what the hell? I guess we're not doing a show tonight, so I left.
He's home bad. Mike didn't even show up.
I'm like, two months in a row.
He
nobody was
knows
there.
the first Tuesday of the month I'm on.
Correct.
Thursday.
So I finally made it to this one.
Jeez, people.
Thank you, Sean. Your love, live.
I got nothing.
I told you we were live.
Somebody's calling you? Is that Nyland
Hey,
calling
Al.
you? Al?
Yep. Are we live?
Are we live?
Yes, you are live.
Awesome.
Sweet.
All right. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.
Why can't I
But-
find it?
9-ish.
Yeah, we're 9-ish, so apologize about going on so late.
9-ish.
Look,
there
we're
you
right
are.
there.
Yeah, there you are.
Not on mine. Where are you?
Can you put that on hers, please, so she can see the comments? All right.
I get that live.
So
I don't have my glasses. I can't see shit.
we're going to go over tonight a bunch of things. Jeffrey Young, Minnesota gun lawyer, on tonight. Cindy not in the house. Where's Cindy tonight? Anybody know?
Vacation.
She on vacay?
She said, I did 2 months in a row by myself. You're on your own. Yeah,
That's probably her texting me right now. I'm on vacay.
Because he forgot. One time there was nothing we could do because I was in Orlando.
Look at all the comments we got going.
Except I can't see him. Oh, how do I turn my sound off?
There's a volume button on top. The one on the right.
Bottom
That's
one.
louder. Look at all the comments we got going.
Perfect.
There you go. See that?
Very good.
We do have a lot of comments going. Look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's all probably. I hate you, Mike. Why are you so late?
Right. They're all like, good to see you later. It's 9 o'clock news or something.
Nothing that we had control over.
You know what I'm
Thanks for
seeing?
sticking
Carrie's
around.
by herself. Yeah, thank you very much for sticking around. All right, so
Look.
let's get into this so we can
You're
get.
paying me by the hour, so take as much free
There
time
it
as you
is.
want, dude.
I'll even double your rate that you
That's
normally get.
another $500 an hour.
So first of all, let's thank our sponsors.
Here they are.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. Thank you, Julie, for being here. And if you're not at my mother's house and you don't know who I am, because you're like, that's my son, Michael. I'm Michael. All right. So there you go. All right. So
Mom.
first of all, I'd like to thank our king sponsor, Johnny Custom Glock. I'm glad she's got that on. She rocks. All right. So if you got a G-Lock and you don't got a Johnny Custom Glock trigger in it, your life just sucks. That's it. All right. You got some crappy ass aftermarket one, or you got the crappy ass stock one, which is just your life is too short to have a Glock trigger that sucks. So go out and get yourself a Johnny Custom Glocks trigger. Tell them you want the Mad Dog McGowan one, just like mine. Flat front. All right. Pilgrim Ammunition. The most scientifically advanced ammunition on the market that you can buy as a civilian. And if you're not carrying that
Science.
in your EDC for your self-defense guns, whatever, like obviously you don't care as much about your family as I care about mine. I can understand that. Some people hate their family. That's why they use crappy ammo. Or, well, this is what the FBI uses. Yeah, that's awesome. All right? But I'd rather have the best. So Pilgrim Ammunition, Like, it's in stock, first of all. Call them up. Get yourself the best concealed carry ammo you can carry. All right? It's just devastating. I don't even know how it's freaking legal, to be honest.
It won't be soon. Keep talking.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the damage it does to tissue without coming out the other side is just nothing better. The Travis Mack Foundation, like if you donate to a charity and it's not that, you're just a bad person. That's all I'm going to say. So if you think kids should have crappy days, you're not a good person. So look up the Travis Mack Foundation. Give them a call. If you donate to a charity or you're looking for a charity, that is just a fantastic one because what they do is they play music and give music programs to children who are in the University of Maryland Children's Center Hospital, okay? And they're obviously having bad days, and this is stuff that makes their day better. So be a good person, get good ammo, don't have crappy triggers, and make kids who are having bad days life better, okay? SRQLivestudio.com. This is where you should be doing anything that you're doing, commercial, podcast, shows, or whatever, but they're so freaking busy, you probably won't be able to get in, but you should try anyways, because now the word's out, and the world knows, and they are all over Mars Vision Production, so this is where you should be getting it done. So look them up. If you're doing it, don't be like Johnny Glock in the old days, doing it in his bathroom, calling in the studio. Go out, come to a real studio. Military case surplus. All right, Tony hooking us up. And this week we are giving away, boom, check this out.
Wow.
That is nice.
So while
With foam.
Ooh.
while you're opening that, Sean Hilton says, I need a Johnny Glock for my new 21, but COVID is keeping me locked in the house. Oh,
You get out of the house.
Sorry.
There's dry fire, and then when you
There you go.
get that JCG in there, you'll be like, wow, Glock trigger suck. Like it, share for your chance to win this. All right, because that is a very nice case. Very new case. With foam. All right. So you'll be able to get a bunch of stuff in there. So check it out. And last but not least, Skies of Chaos for letting us use, Black Widow, not Strippers and Jack, because I got outvoted. But whatever.
They get their copyright permission from Marvel and Disney yet, or what?
No. Because they were there first.
You're all,
Not really.
you're all forewarned.
All 4-1.
You're all forewarned.
That is coming. Maybe you should stop talking about it. Whose side are you on? You can use Black Widow.
Have you seen
The
Scarlett
word
Johansson?
Black Widow.
You want to take a guess what side I'm on?
Eh,
Exactly.
yeah.
She's suing Disney too. You know that's fun.
For what?
They didn't pay her enough money for the Black Widow movie.
Oh, that's different.
They didn't.
So
Pay
the
her
Black
enough-
Widow movie,
Yep.
not that anybody cares about this, was obviously, like all movies, supposed to be in theaters.
Yep.
And so her contract called for a part of the money up front and then a percentage of the profits on the back end.
Oh.
Well, Disney didn't release it only in theaters. They also released it on Disney Plus streaming, and she didn't get a piece of the Disney Plus streaming pie. So she sued Disney for breach of contract because she's
Which
not
it
getting
is.
her back end money.
Which
and
it
have you
is.
seen Scarlett Johansson's back end? She deserves all that money. I think it could be a breach of contract because obviously they didn't contemplate that. But they're going to claim COVID, which is an act of God, an unforeseeable thing. So it's going to be interesting. She's suing them for like $50 million or something.
Wow.
I just think it's hilarious because Disney sucks. So anybody could sue them. I mean, ScarJo don't need no money. Obviously, she's probably a millionaire twice over on her own. But I
Yeah,
just
but
find
still,
that.
who wants to get dicked over?
That's Scarlett. Don't say that. Don't say dicked over with Scarlett Johansson, dude.
You said backside.
that's different.
Oh, that's different because you said it?
Correct.
It's more legal when you say it?
Correct. It's more official.
So Fernando's on, Sean's on.
Are we talking about
Susan's
Scarlett
All the
on.
Johansson?
faithful. The faithful.
Kathy.
They hung in there. I
Kathy's
appreciate y'all
on.
hanging in there to see what I had to say. That's great.
They're all here for you, brother.
Louis Soto's on. Hey, did you get
Hey,
that stuff?
no, it's in my truck. I'm driving around with it.
Oh,
Damn
okay.
it, Louis.
He should come down here and get it.
That's what I'm saying.
You should just
Or
deliver
at least
it.
make Nate come to the house and pick it up.
Yeah, there you go.
Freaking lazy ass Nate not coming to the house
You
and pick
should
it up.
deliver it.
Fernando's on. Who
Just
else?
give it to you, let you deliver. You go down there.
Sure, why
I
not?
live like almost in Georgia.
Hey, we have a question.
All right, here it is.
This question
Maybe
is for
I'm toast
Jess. Let's pretend I was in Facebook jail. Will I lose my gun rights? And when I get out, well, will you be able to get my marijuana card?
Is that Pickering or Sean Hill?
No, it's not. It's Jared
Oh,
McCann.
all right, Jared. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, will you?
Well, can you get his marijuana card? Can you have a marijuana card and a Facebook account at the same time?
And go to a fair?
I don't know.
And go to a fair with it?
I don't know. Facebook jail. At some point, they'll mark Facebook jail on the list of prohibited persons.
Yeah.
Convicted
yeah.
felons, domestic batteries,
Facebook
Baker
jail.
acted, banned by Facebook. It'll be on the list one day. Don't worry about it.
I've been banned from posting to my own show.
So
I've never
On
been.
2 accounts.
Knock on wood, they'll probably do it now because I'm saying it. But all the shit I've posted, I've never gotten a 1-day ban, a 2-day ban. I once got one of those little things they slap on the front that like it goes against community standards or whatever. I've never gotten a ban.
What community standards? What are their standards?
Who knows?
They're made up, whatever they feel like to be this week. And it was for a post. It's like everything else. It was for a post like 4 years ago. So they're.
You know someone's gonna rat you
grasping
out
for
for that,
straws.
right? But we should be able to know who's ratting us out.
So Jordan says,
Spradley, the asteroid?
yeah, the real question is, does Disney make their lawyers dress up?
Well, I'm sure they're a bunch of freaking clowns.
Well-paid clowns.
Lisa and Al are on.
My
Any
beard's
news
No,
on
looking-
how
Al
the,
called me. Al called me. He's like, "You're live."
oh,
My beard's looking good on the camera tonight, man.
any
I like
news on how Ale House in Amesbury did after Ida, Hurricane Ida? Did
Oh,
get-
I know, but I can find out for you.
Yeah.
And if I had the number, I'd
it.
call
You
him
didn't hear
right
much from that. Like normally when those big hurricanes come, you hear a lot about it. But I guess everybody's worried
Jersey
about
got-
Afghanistan or whatever. Somebody's really talking
Jersey
about.
got really bad. In Hoboken, New Jersey,
Yeah.
people were dying in their cellars, in their basements. The water just came right in.
Not from Ida, obviously. That was down south. It's from
No, Ida.
Ida in
Yeah,
New
went all the
Jersey?
way. Oh, yeah, went all the way up through Louisiana,
Yeah.
up through the coast, up through New Jersey, New York. Yeah,
Yikes!
did a lot of bad stuff.
So
Why
that's-
are you hiding in your basement during a hurricane?
I guess they didn't have
Because of the wind or
secondary-
something?
They didn't have guns to protect themselves?
There are tornadoes too.
Well, that's the only
Yeah.
thing I can think of is I guess they spawn
Yeah.
tornadoes. So your choice is: do you go upstairs and not drown, or do you go downstairs and not get blown away by the tornado?
Yeah,
I guess I
yeah,
don't know.
it
So-
was bad.
So
That sucks.
Next year, when you guys come with us to go shoot up in GSSF
Because you're
up
going
in
to be
Maine.
rocking the Glock.
That'd be awesome. We'd take a trip to Maine for sure.
It's
Well,
fun.
what we do is we go to New Hampshire.
You drive up there, or you
Massachusetts.
fly.
We
Oh,
fly.
here's the deal.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody drives up there. Like the Kemps drove up there.
Oh,
And don't
geez.
say that because they could be watching. And Kathy loses her friggin' mind.
Yeah, Kathy was on. Uh-oh.
Like, don't say it in front of her. Like, we ain't driving again. I'm like, I didn't tell you to drive in the first place. Like, you took you too long to tell us when we were flying.
The worst was going through New York, she said. Oh,
Ugh.
God.
But we had a blast
Sure.
up there.
That
It
sounds
was
like it'd be a lot of fun.
Did you hear
Oh,
about
yeah.
the liquor store we went to?
Oh,
Bunghole Liquors. We got
Yep.
shirts.
we do.
You know, the classy people.
Right.
Me, Julie, and Susie, we got shirts.
Yeah.
Like, that
Oh,
was one of the
Kathy,
highlights.
Cassie says, do not drive, all caps.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just asking. I don't want to drive. I'd certainly prefer to fly.
We flew into the booming
I was
metropolis
gonna say in Maine, right?
of Ellington, what is it?
Peas.
Newington
Yeah.
at Pease, which is Portsmouth, but it's actually in Newington.
What's the population of Maine? Like 1,000 people or something?
Something like that. But first 50 had to leave or something like that. But we flew in there, and when we went to go get our luggage, right? Like, the place where you get your luggage is about 2/3 the size of this area right here.
Tiny, tiny,
Like,
tiny.
the belt comes out, like, comes around here and goes behind Hulk. And that's how big it is. And we were just like that trip was one of the best GSSF trips up there.
That'd be a lot of fun.
So next year you guys got to go.
A good excuse to go to Maine.
Yep.
We go You know, we always have like a cookout at my mother's house, have a party at my mother's house.
We always party at your mom's house.
And
We're doing it right now, Mom.
Where's the meatloaf? Hey, you know what she made us? Meatloaf.
Oh, yeah, it was
I'm
really
sure she
good.
For the show.
It's really
That'd
good.
be great.
Nice.
Susie says, I'll show you where $4.95 is.
Yep. Susie's app, no matter what, sends her on $4.95. She calls me like, I'm like, where are you? She's like, oh, I don't know. I was on $4.95. I'm like, why are you on $4.95? Right? She's like, oh. She goes, well, I'm on Main Street. I'm like, what do you see? She's like, nothing. I'm like, not helping. She goes, oh, now I'm in front of a gate. I'm like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah, poor Susie.
Main Street. Every town has a Main Street. What are you on Main Street? Which town?
She don't know. I got off 495. I'm on Main Street. All right. So, everybody get their beverage of choice. Like a chair, like a chair, like a chair, like a chair, like a chair. Get yourself a Minnesota Gun Loyalty Cup. You sell those?
Sure.
Do you have them?
I do.
How much are they? If somebody wanted one of those.
Make me an offer.
Is
I
it-
actually.
How many you got? You
I
got a bunch
made
of them?
about a half a dozen at one point, and I gave them all out at like events and stuff like that. So
So, actually, you don't have any.
I have 2 more in the closet. Pantry. Never drank out of, never used. The used one, I'll double the price because this is a Jeff Young used
There it is.
lawyer cup.
All right.
I'll even save a little DNA on there for you if you want it.
Oh.
Then we can clone you.
No, I don't sell these. I could though. Not a big market for it though.
I don't know. You're
I
gonna
give
get
the
comments.
stickers away for free because that's
You're
free.
gonna get
advertising.
comments now. I don't have a sticker or a cup. Just to let you know.
I got stickers in the car. You can have one anytime you want. You still got your Betsy Young sticker.
I was
in
gonna
the
say.
car.
Oh, mine's still
That
on
was
my
like a
car.
year
Still on my
ago. We
truck.
said that. We walked up like both of them have still have Betsy Young stickers on their car.
Yeah.
I like
And
it on
then
my
Betsy,
truck.
Kara's
And
like,
I have
well,
a T-shirt.
maybe when she runs again, they won't have to change the sticker on their car. I'm like, that's a good point.
Mom said she's never running.
That's true.
Aw.
You better not.
I got a nice shirt from your wife.
Yes.
So do I.
Yep.
We saved a
At
bunch
least
of
somebody in the family
We
gave
saved
me
some
one.
signs, some shirts for like posterity.
All right, everybody get that. We're gonna do the toast. We're gonna do the toast. So
Yeah.
the toast tonight is on the back. That's not a good toast.
Down the front, on the back.
All right.
All right.
So this is to the 3 friends that I've lost in the last month and a half.
Yeah.
To Tommy, Alex, and Jack. All right. So true friends are always together.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
that's how we lighten the mood with that.
I was just saying
Yeah.
the Rocky song.
All right. So I was explaining that to one of my friends today, telling her that even if I'm not with you, I will always be with you. And she's like, I don't understand that. I'm like, I'm always with you. I'll always be in your head. Like, it's just like having me next to you, even if I'm not here. So that's that. Speaking of that, I got yelled at from my wife because I came up with a great idea,
Uh-oh.
and she didn't like it.
What great idea have you come up with?
I want to have a dress rehearsal funeral.
I thought that was a great idea.
I'm not wearing a dress to your funeral.
Have a little respect here. One simple request I've given you. So I want to have a party because the only time I get to see all my friends is like when I go to a funeral or a
Right.
wedding.
And somebody
Yeah.
dies, right? Yeah.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I
At
think we
this-
should have a dress rehearsal
at this age it
for
is,
my
yeah.
funeral. For one, this way I can make sure I have the funeral I want,
Yep.
right? So I'm thinking maybe Skies in Chaos and maybe get the Russians in here, right? Rock out some cello stuff, like alternating bands, like 5 minutes from probably like Father Joseph. Let him talk because I'm
Yeah,
digging
he's
him.
great. Yeah, it'll
You're
be a
gonna-
lot shorter than yesterday's.
You know, so
Yeah.
just like that. You know, we get a skeleton, put a Veritas shirt on it. Put it
Yeah.
up front,
There
something
we
like
go.
that. That way, you know, change hats. That way people don't think it's Nancy Pelosi or anything. Right? And just have everybody come. Send out an invitation. Say, here's the deal. We're not waiting until I die because it's coming sooner or later. Right? We'll just have one now. Boom.
Big party.
Maybe have a keg. You know, maybe cook something. Get Skinny to drive down here and cook us
Oh,
something.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's a funeral. People
Hey,
travel.
Pablo's on.
The pre-funeral funeral.
And Susie England is watching. Susie England is watching. Susie England is watching. Susie England. How the hell do you do that, Susie?
I don't know.
Keeps coming up.
Different devices.
Pablo,
Uh-oh.
just to let you know, right?
Is that rain again?
I
Yep.
think so. Moppy,
Gabriel's school, his class, has a field trip to NASA this year.
nice.
We may have to head over a little bit early.
We have a
It was supposed to be Kennedy for us, but it
right.
got canceled 'cause
We're gonna have a Cub Scout sleepover at NASA though. We're gonna get to go over there and sleep out like in one of the cool little places and see all the
Are you
stuff.
a
That's
Cub
gonna be
Like,
Scout?
here's what I'll tell
He
you.
is a Cub Scout.
Cool.
Here's what I'll tell you. Knowing Pablo, like at NASA,
Oh my.
is like walking around with like Mick Jagger. And people are like, oh, it's
Yeah.
Pablo.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm a Pablo.
I want you to know, Moffy says, not funny.
Like she's still mad at me.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a great idea.
Oh.
Just getting everybody warmed up. That's it. That way, you don't have to go to like the real one. Have like a little alcohol, some bands.
So yeah, if you come to the pre one, then you can skip the real one.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there you go.
Show up, sign the
Be
book,
down for
leave.
that. Are you gonna like lay in a casket and not move the entire time?
No, I'm
there
gonna
just
put a
to-
skeleton
just to make sure we have the real.
In a
effect?
Veritas shirt and a hat.
No, you gotta dress rehearse for it too.
I'll wear a suit.
I don't want you doing it on the night of.
So Pablo
I'll wear a suit. I'm
says,
getting torched, so it ain't matter.
so Pablo
Same here.
responds, he says, no way.
I
Make
don't
sure you
plan
let me
on
know
dying,
when.
though. That's probably good.
Yeah. He wants to make sure
Speak
you.
for
To the
yourself.
dress rehearsal or the field trip?
I think the field trip.
Wait, he's not coming to the dress rehearsal?
Oh,
How
I'm sure.
disrespectful is that?
I'm sure he will come to your dress rehearsal. Funeral.
Not helping me. Not helping me right now.
Carrie is so good.
It's a morbid episode.
You know what? Let's spice it up a little
You should
bit.
have had the estate planning lawyer here instead. Took the week off.
All right.
Oh, are we done? We're already picking names. Well, all right. Thanks for coming.
One of the-
Everybody have a good
No,
night.
no, why not?
Oh, come on.
All right, let's pick a number.
Let's do that.
Everybody have a good night. Thanks for coming.
45.
That's a good number.
It is a good number.
It's a good number.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. Because we're not getting off the air yet.
45.
Cool.
Clearly 50.
45.
Clearly 50.
I'm not 50. I ain't
Not-
close to 50.
46. Not 44. 45.
45.
Put that back in, please.
ACP.
What? Hey, how's that working out for you?
Close.
How you digging that?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. The comments are all in white, and the background is kind of white, so it's sort of hard to see, but it's much easier to see than my little phone.
Told you.
So Jared McDaniel says, free Pilgrim ammo at
I
the
see
dress
that.
rehearsal? Would that be nice?
Depends how lick it up we get them.
Well, we're going to go out and shoot. That's part of the thing, too. Like, the end of the night, you,
Look at Iraq.
yeah, exactly. You just do it Tijuana style, man.
Right.
Hey, Chihuahua. So, anybody got any legal questions or what?
Yeah. How can the ATF
I don't know.
ban my friggin' brace? I got bad arms.
They're not banning it. You just got to give them $200
I want to give
and
them
then
$200.
register it.
How can they do that? Who is it? Christina?
What? What's happening?
Judy Suarez?
Christina
Yep.
won?
Oh,
Yay!
very nice.
Congratulations.
All right.
Now she can put all her guns that she needs to take to GSSF for her and the girls in there.
Nice.
Rocking
You
it.
could get a lot of guns in there. It might be heavy, though.
But it has phones.
And if they're all Glocks, though, they're only plastic.
That's where you get the 3 of them up there next year.
But it has.
Well, 2 of them. Can't bring AJ up there. She's
Oh, she rocks. Come on.
too much
She-
like me.
She won the women with weapons thing. She,
Yeah.
she was
You know
the
who that
best.
is?
A race car?
You know, have you met the girls?
No, I have
All
no
right,
idea what
so-
you're talking about.
So, Lucia, AJ, Attitude Junior, because she's a little me, right? She gets out of the hospital, what, 2 days before winning with weapons?
Pretty much. Or barely, yeah.
And comes and wins #1 spot, badass bitch.
Nice.
Okay, we do have a question here.
We got a question.
Christina says, what happens if my 16-year-old gets pulled over with her G44 in her glove box?
Nothing. Because it's legal for her to transport the gun, and correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mean to step on your toes here. All right, but let me see if I can get this right. She's allowed to transport the gun to and from activities.
The 16-year-old?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm telling you. All
No,
right?
I'm saying sure.
So
yeah,
don't put it in the glove box. That's a bad place to put a gun.
Yeah.
Because if you get pulled over, they're going to ask for registration, and it's hard to explain.
Right.
Open it up and having a Glock fall out. So just have it in a case, all right, securely and correctly. Because remember, I am not an attorney. And I didn't sleep at a Holiday Inn Express last night. And I'm my one drink a week into it
Well,
right
I guess
now.
the question is she concerned because of the age? Because having a gun in your glove box is fine, right? Because it's securely encased, it's perfectly legal. I guess does she think a 16-year-old can't be in possession of the firearm or something?
Right, that's the question. But she's allowed to transport it
Yeah.
to and from firearm activities. We went through this when Allie was 16.
Yeah, there's no
Okay.
special law per se that prohibits them from transporting it as long as it falls within the statute. Yeah.
And there's nothing better than my pseudo daughter sitting like this. So if I'm transporting my 226, if I'm driving around with it, like to and from activities, all right, to and from activities, I can have it in the car in a case? Like, yes, so we had to look it up and stuff like that. But once again, I am not an attorney.
Right.
I don't even play one on TV. That's why I
Yeah.
have him
Yeah.
every first Tuesday of the month.
The activity thing is funny, so you get people that have like suspended driver's license, and they get a business purposes only permit, which says you can drive to certain places.
Yeah.
So you know you
And
can
they're
go
at the
to
mall.
Right. You can go to the grocery store. You can go to church. Well, what if I go to the gym? No, you can't go to the gym. But what if the gym is next to the Publix, and I'm going to the Publix, and I just happen to go to the gym while I'm at the Publix? You can't go to the gym.
So,
well, what if
like-
I can go to the grocery store, right? Yeah. Well, what if I go to like ABC Liquor? They sell, peanut. I'm like, that's not a grocery store. You can't go. But what if the Publix liquor store? Right. So it's the same thing, right?
See,
you can
so
have your gun to and from activity.
Like, it's good to know
But what if
I'm
on
not
the
the
way
biggest jackass in
to
your
my
life?
firearm activity, I have to stop and use
Go
the
to the mall.
bathroom at Applebee. Yeah, right. Yeah. Everybody's always just
Yeah.
pushing the limits, man. They like to push the limits.
Well, you know what I like?
Go to the grocery store and then just walk to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do that?
I'm allowed to go to church. You're allowed to go to church because you have a constitutional right to go to church. All of a sudden, people who've never been in church in their lives get a business purposes only permit. They go to church like every day of the week.
Every day of the week.
I go to see my preacher every day of the week.
Every
The church
day.
just happens to be near the beach.
Yeah.
So if I happen to walk, right, yeah.
Okay, Al has a
It's like
question.
the open carry, right? I'm going to go open carry if I'm fishing, so I'm going to park in downtown Venice
With my
and
fishing
walk
pole.
3 miles all the way down to the jetty and have my open carry and my fishing pole because I'm on my way fishing. It's like, why people
Listen.
got to skirt the edges, man?
Listen, I've been drinking tonight, right? But yeah,
Tonight,
this is, trust me, this is the only night a week.
people always got to push the limits, man. Always got to
Don't get me started on open carry.
But pushing the limits is where I pay my mortgage. So push the limits all you want.
All right, Lisa has a question. All right.
Lisa or Al, which one?
Al says,
Is it a yes or no?
From Lisa, I have a rifle. I don't have a concealed carry. Good luck concealing that. All right, I don't have
Can't
a
conceal
concealed
rifle.
carry. Can I transfer it from home to the house? From home to the house?
She has 2 houses.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I get this question all the time because if you're in your home, you can have a firearm. If you're in your car, you can have it if you're securely encased. So the question is, well, how do I get from my home to my car? Because you can't put the gun in your pocket because now you're concealed carrying it. while you're walking
that's
there.
not it.
But it's a rifle.
Rifle, you can carry anywhere you want.
Okay. There you go.
You can't have a concealed carry permit.
So,
But the main question is, so the answer is easy. If it's your private property, it's still your private property. So if your car's parked in your driveway, you can conceal carry on your private property. So you just bring it from the house to the car. The issue comes up, what if you live in an apartment and you have to park your car like on the other side of the parking lot? Can I conceal carry a firearm from my house to the car? The answer is technically no, because now you're concealed carrying and you're off of your own private property. But it's like anything else. If you put it inside a gun case or something like that, I always tell people just unload it while you're walking from one place to the other, have it in a gun case. Then when you get in your car, you can make it ready and put it in your glove box or whatever. But yeah, you can't just be in your apartment complex and say, I can carry it in my car in my apartment, so I'm going to conceal carry it while I walk through the parking lot.
That's why I buy pistols and not rifles.
Right. I mean, you can't do that. You can put one in your car and make it your car gun. And a lot of people don't like to leave their guns in their cars, but you can get safes. Like my car has a cool little safe that you can buy and bolt into your center console. It has a combo lock on it or whatever, so I can leave a gun in there all the time. You can leave it in your house. You just got to figure it out. But yeah, you can't conceal carry in between the two if you think you can carry in between the two.
So I have a question. on this, piggybacking. So if you are carrying a rifle in your car, in the old days we used to be able to have gun racks.
You can carry a rifle and a gun caps.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Rifles in cars are perfectly legal.
Okay.
It specifically says it doesn't affect anything about rifles. It only applies to handguns. If you got a handgun, you got to have a permit, or it's got to be securely encased. A rifle, you can still have a gun rack in 2021 in Florida.
Okay.
I don't leave it. They can't get into it.
All right.
It's
So
freaking
Jared,
safe.
Jared has another question. Did the governor pass a law in Florida where you can have a gun in church with a school?
Yes. As long as the church allows it.
Okay.
So the church becomes a private company, just like every other company. If they say we don't want guns here, then you're not technically not supposed
What
to
kind
have
of
guns
church
there.
doesn't want guns?
But if your
The hell is that?
church is okay with it, even if there's a school on a property now, that whole restriction has been removed completely.
Okay, that's good.
I'm not going to a church where the guy that's talking doesn't have a gun. Who's watching my back? Everybody's looking the same way. Who's watching that way? I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yes, that was one really good pro Second Amendment law that's come out in the last few years, was getting rid of the
Okay.
church carry thing.
Well, first of all, I always carry in church because God wants me to.
Don't tell people where you carry.
I carry everywhere.
Everywhere that's legal.
I'm sorry,
You got to
Yep.
put a disclaimer
Yep.
on that.
Yep.
Everywhere that's legal.
my attorney. Everywhere that's legal.
Everywhere that's legal.
Some that aren't.
Ooh.
No.
And Susie England is watching.
Again.
What
Did
is
she just
do?
log in and log out?
I don't know.
No, it's something
comes
with
up-
her phone
Does
or
she
a
get
lot.
points for
It's
logging
the only.
in and logging
It's
out?
the only one that comes up.
It's only her. It's always like
over
Susan.
and over.
Log in, log out, log in, log out.
Like
Chase the lane, log in, log
when we were
out.
up there, it was a whole screen of Susie England.
Just
Susie
her
England.
logging in.
Like that.
Log in.
Maybe. Maybe.
Like
All right.
What
So
else?
do we have any more questions?
Any other questions?
I don't see any
There's
more
not,
questions
and
coming
there's
up.
not much going on in the gun world these days. Everybody's focused
Except
on
the ATF being a bunch of
other stuff.
jackasses.
Yeah, the
Oh, well,
ATF
yeah.
is. They just declared a certain trigger by the one company to be illegal. They sent
Well, I'm
them
going to
letters
declare
that
the
they can't have
ATF
it.
illegal.
They're currently taking comments on making SIG braces illegal. Executive fiat, administrative fiat.
So here's a question from the booth.
Okay, sure.
Right? Which is more of an accounting question. But if a church becomes a private business, do they have to pay taxes?
They're always a private business. What happened was when a school was on the property, they became designated a school for the purposes of carrying a firearm on their property. All the law did was take their school designation, and now they go back to being a private entity. They're always private entities. They're exempt from paying taxes because there's a special law that says religious institutions are exempt from paying taxes. It doesn't mean they're private institutions. There's just a carve out in the tax law for them. So it's not like they're public institutions and now they've become private. They're always private. But when they slapped a school in there, the school designation became the overall designation of the property, and so you couldn't have a firearm on there. But why they don't pay taxes is there's a special carve out in the tax code.
So how do I declare something?
I declare bankruptcy!
No, I want to declare
office,
the
yo.
ATF illegal.
That's The Office. You don't watch The Office? You bunch of losers.
Well,
You could, okay. The ATF's illegal.
'Cause,
You're
I mean, that's basically what they're doing to me right now, right?
Well, no, because you don't have administrative authority.
Yes, I do.
To who? Who do you administrate?
My
Where's your
company?
federal designation, sir?
Oh, no, that's federal designation. You didn't
Correct.
say that.
You don't have that.
Oh, now you're changing the rules.
You're an administrative
now you
authority.
make up your mind.
That's
What are we
right.
going to do with it?
I change the rules. One day this is legal, the next day it's not legal. I change the
Oh,
rules
you work
all
for the
day long.
ATF?
Exactly. That's how the administrative process works.
I
So
just
here's a
check. I
question.
didn't understand it. Now I understand.
Here's a
It's
question
all bullshit.
from Sean again. And I was wondering about this for you, because you're a minister. How can I declare myself a church so I don't have to pay taxes?
You
You're a
can't.
minister. Can't you claim your house as a church? No.
Oh, now you're an accountant?
It's not about accounting. It's about what the definition of religious organization is.
So how do I start a
You
church?
can. There's a way to do it.
How do I start a church?
You create a thing, and you got to get enough people to come in. You have to basically you have to apply to be a 501c3 religious institution, and there's certain statutory requirements in the tax code that make you do that. Just like charities as well. You can't just say I'm now the human fund, so give me money and I don't have to pay taxes. You have to basically create. You have to create an entity like a normal LLC, and then you have to get it designated as a 501(c)(3), and you got to qualify it in the statutes. But there are, I would imagine there are all kinds of small little 10-member churches in the country that probably get tax exempt status. As a person, you're never going to do it because it's a religious institution, and a person that can't be by definition an institution. So you got to create an institution, and then the institution doesn't have to pay taxes. So the church doesn't have to pay taxes.
I can have this done by the time I get home.
But if you're a preacher that works for the church, and the church writes you a salary as a preacher, guess what? The preacher pays income tax. The church entity organization doesn't pay taxes.
Okay.
The individual people that work for it, if they gain an income from it, have to pay taxes. So you can declare yourself a church all you want, but any income that you take home to use to pay your mortgage and your rent and your car and your gas is going to be considered personal income.
What if I have church in my house?
You might be able to claim your property as tax exempt.
That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Well, here's the deal. This is a bunch of crap. I was talking to my buddy who's a priest, and he's like giving me a hard time. He's like, I'm like, you and I are equal. He's like, no, we're not. I'm like, hey, ordained. He's like, you filling out a form online does not make you the same as what I had to go through.
Right.
I'm like, whatever, man. You're just jealous. That's it.
How we get on tax law, though? What the hell's that got to do with guns?
It came from the control room.
So ATF taxes, yeah, you got to pay a tax stamp if they say you
I ain't
got to pay
paying
tax
crap.
stamp.
I'm tired of them.
We do have to get our tax stamps.
You got to elect.
She goes, on another note, I was looking at churches, and I found one that looks like a villain's lair.
Nice.
Look. Nice.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
That's rocking.
That does look cool.
I need a church.
So anyway, so yes, everybody hates the ATF, but you gotta get enough people in the legislature and a president who wants to disband the agency. It's like every other government agency, Department of Education, the EPA, whatever.
It's like this.
You gotta get rid of them.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want to disband them because I see a need for them. All right? What I don't want is first hiring someone to lead it who burns people in Waco, Texas. Okay? And them to be able to just make up their own rules because, like, they make up what they want to have for breakfast. Like, someone's going to regulate that. And why isn't it being regulated? Oh, well, it's because. Like, it's not because. All right? Like, they can't just make up laws. Well, yes, they can.
They're not making up laws.
What are they making up?
They're making up rules and regulations.
That are what?
They have the force of a law, but they're not.
What's the
not
difference?
laws.
What's the difference?
It's very distinct difference.
Does my jail time any different?
No.
All right, then what's the difference?
The designation of the product.
Does that mean anything in real life?
I don't know.
I have another
Exactly.
legitimate question. Al wants to know, if you carry your rifle, say, from your house to your car, does it have to be unloaded?
No.
No, it has to be cased.
Right. Because that's open carry.
Okay.
There's no open carry.
Okay.
In a car is not considered open carry because the statute specifically says nothing in this thing about firearms in a car shall apply to rifles, basically. I'm paraphrasing. It's not what it says, but
Well, you can paraphrase, but I can't.
it specifically exempts rifles from having them in your car. But walking down the street, again, back and forth, if you got it slinged over your shoulder, is open carry because now you're not in your car.
Okay.
It's the same thing with
car
concealed carry.
is considered an annex of your home.
Right. Well, it's the same thing with concealed carry. The statute specifically says you can have a gun in your car if you carry it these ways. But you have to be in your car. If you're not in your car, that statute doesn't apply.
Okay, so if I'm taking it from my carport to my house, it can't be loaded.
No,
it's not
you're
about
on
loaded. It's
private
about
property.
Right. It's about open. It's about, again, it's open carry. So correct. If it's your house and you pulled into your driveway, it's your property. You can
Okay.
walk in your
Walk
front
around all you
yard
want.
with a gun on your shoulder all you want. It's your
Okay.
private property. The issue comes in is when your car isn't on your property. For example, if you live in an apartment.
Okay.
If you live in an apartment and your car is down at the other side of the parking lot, you can walk through the parking lot with the rifle, but it's got to be inside a case. It doesn't have anything to do with being loaded. You can't open carry the rifle, so it's got to be inside a rifle case.
Okay.
Then when you get to your car, you can take it out of the rifle case, hang it up in your back window if you want to. Now, it's legal, but I guarantee you're not going to get 5 blocks down the road before somebody pulls you over or calls and freaks out or whatever. It's just the way that it is.
And so
but
this
it's
is
still legal.
I think this you've already answered this, but Peyton Weber says, so what if I have a rifle on the back glass of my pickup outside?
You can.
Yeah.
Outside.
Florida, baby.
Inside.
Outside. It's got to be inside the car.
Well, yeah, it's inside.
Oh, he's in Georgia now.
Why the hell would you put your rifle on the outside of your window?
We don't do Georgia.
That doesn't make any sense.
Like we do Georgia, we don't do Georgia law because this is Florida.
Rifle on the outside of your window. That doesn't make any sense. No, you.
Okay.
Shotgun racks in the back of your trucks are still legal in Florida.
Right now, until the ATF
by statute
changes their mind.
Nobody does it anymore because society has basically changed where people aren't riding around with shotgun racks.
Because
but I
people will
guarantee you
steal it.
there'll be a few counties in the center of the state that you drive through that you probably find people with shotgun racks in their car still, I'd imagine, for the most part.
I would hope you could find them in this county.
No, you're not. I can only imagine if I drove through Lakewood Ranch with a freaking shotgun in the back of my window, how far I'd get. People would be passing out on the side. Oh, he's calling.
I need to stay from. I need to be in therapy because I'm a big freaking pansy.
And you may get 5 cops that roll up, and 4 of them might say, "Yeah, that's perfectly legal," but you can get that one idiot that's like, "You can't have that in the back of your car."
Why not?
And off you go.
Here, it's for you. It's my attorney.
They won't give a crap. They won't give a crap.
It's for you. It's about you being sued.
That's different.
I don't see any more questions coming up.
All right, good. No more questions.
No more questions.
Bedtime.
Yeah.
Freaking 9:30, man.
Yeah.
So
you're way into the Uri chainer now, dude.
yeah, now I can take it and I can put the box of ammo that they won inside that, right, and then have the case and give it to them.
Oh, they never got their ammo?
Still in my truck.
Oh, the same people.
No, this is Christina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he hauls around everybody's stuff that they never pick up.
Right, he never picks up. Well, you got to put a limit on that.
Yeah.
You have to put you got to pick it up in 14 days or something. Otherwise, it goes back into the pot.
Julie would dig that. So you don't have to go up there and pick them up all the time.
Every other giveaway concept in the planet has a time frame.
I can guarantee you, this isn't sticking around in my truck.
Well, no,
I'm sure.
You know,
even the lottery has time frames to declare that stuff. You got to give people limits, man.
Well, you
people
still
can't take responsibility for themselves. What are you gonna do? You know.
Well, you still have Lewis's in there. How long
What's
ago
that?
was that? Lewis
yeah, but
is
that's
still
not
in your truck.
That's my fault because I haven't brought it down.
Well, it took me a while to get my magazine, but you kept stealing it and moving it around. That wasn't my fault.
I actually gave it to you, and you left it here once.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't prove that, so good luck. So,
All right.
MinnesotaGunLawyer.com, Musings with MGL. Go to my YouTube channel. I'm at like 800 subscribers.
Are you really?
If I hit 1,000 subscribers, I can apply to get monetized, and I can start making that sweet, big YouTube money.
Even talking about guns?
That's all I talk about.
Nah, no guns, don't monetize.
I branch out a little bit, but it's mostly firearm-related stuff, of course. So yeah, Musings with MGL. Go like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I get to $1,000. I don't have to charge Mike for my retainer every time I come talk on the show.
All right, Peyton Weber has another question.
MinnesotaGunLawyer.com.
All right,
Peyton Weber's got another question. Then we're
So
done.
how does law apply to mounted weapons? There's a gentleman here with a big, I can't see it,
Like a
big MRAP thing with a 50 on top that is outside the vehicle.
I don't know how this.
Is it a real 50?
Right, I don't understand.
I don't know.
And first of all, can you drive an MRAP on the road unless you're law enforcement? Like those are questions for
Right,
next
like
first Tuesday.
I don't have. I mean, you can't open like.
Like it could be. Is it a real 50 or is it an airsoft?
Right, is it fake? Is it?
How do you get an MRAP?
Is it for show? Was it right? I mean,
What is he? The Taliban?
Yeah, you can't.
The Taliban's got him.
I got to research it, but I can't imagine you could mount a firearm on the outside of your vehicle and drive down the road because it's got to be. Again, the statute says it's got to be inside your vehicle.
Peyton, are you in Afghanistan
Yeah, I
right
was
now?
gonna say, where the hell's he?
Yeah.
Where the hell's he at? Well, the Taliban can have whatever they want.
Did they all pass the
Yeah,
background check?
they didn't have
What
to
did
do,
the ATF say
they
about
ain't got to
that?
do background checks. They don't care. Like we said.
What did the ATF say about Biden? Is that a straw purchase?
No, because they were keeping it for themselves.
Is that what it is?
That was
he gave it to him.
That was a gift, right? That was
Oh, it's a
that was a
gift?
gift. You
But-
can you can gift firearms.
And
Biden just gifted everybody firearms.
Right, but he's worried about my brace.
Blackhawks
Like he
aren't
armed
Blackhawks aren't regulated,
terrorists.
man. They're not in the NFA Act. There's nothing that says you can't own a Blackhawk.
So Pablo just subscribed
You put
to
a
the channel.
you put a SIG brace on the back of that Blackhawk. Now you can't have it.
Now you can have it.
Well, you got to pay $200 for a tax.
Tax stamp. How many tax stamps do you think Taliban's paying? Well, don't worry. They can pay all they want because they got cash, too.
Those
they
Taliban
got pallets.
Those Taliban guns
Pallets of
don't
cash.
have SIG braces on them. They're full size ARs and AKs.
What do you think $1 billion looks like on a pallet? Do you think it's too heavy for a forklift to put in a plane?
$1 billion, probably. You probably need a couple of those. You don't need one of them things from Aliens where they like walk around and pick it up, put it on the tray, something like that. Probably. It's a lot of money, I would imagine, $1 billion.
All right, before I get any more into this, you know, why we're giving guns to the Taliban. Is that treason when you, like, I'm just wondering, if you give,
Look, I've seen those
if you
memes. It's
give
probably
arms
treason.
and
To the
weapons
enemy.
to our enemy, is that treason?
They're not our enemy anymore, though. They're our friends. Didn't you see that?
No, they're not our friends.
They're helping us. What are you talking about? They're working the security at the gates. They're like, they're making sure
I saw him airlifting a guy.
our Americans.
They airlifted a guy. I saw
Americans.
that. You see that him airlifting a guy?
Yeah, but Facebook
By his
says he's
neck?
wearing a harness. No, Facebook says he's wearing a harness.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, no, people, you haven't seen that? When they post that picture,
Yep.
you get one of those missing context CYs, and the fact checks underneath say it appears he's wearing a harness around his chest,
All
not
right,
around his
because
neck.
on the Taliban's friggin' Twitter account, it did not appear that he was wearing a harness.
I'm just saying it's missing context.
Because Mommy's like, is that true? I'm like, oh, let me see where it came from.
It literally-
Taliban Twitter
it
account.
literally
I'm like,
says-
I'm going with that.
It literally says it appears he's wearing a harness and not being hung by his neck.
Useful idiots.
Yep.
Look it up and see what most people in this country
That's
actually are.
Facebook fact checking. You calling in to question Facebook fact checkers, dude?
I like to call them in to the ring.
Facebook fact checkers.
Bring a bunch
Missing
of
context.
Sick of this Marxist bullshit.
It's getting there.
Let's get out of here so I can go on a real rant about how much I hate people and how much some people should just hold their breath till they friggin' die. I'll give you a list next week. Well, they won't let me give you
Yeah,
a
don't
list.
the no list disclaimer.
But
No
I'll
list.
have one.
Hypothetically speaking. Hypothetically, tentatively non-binding.
He's like, just like, oh my God, why is he always like this?
Look, the good news is I'm a witness, so I can't even represent you. There's a conflict.
Oh.
Who you witnessing? Can I get a witness? All right, go eat some meatloaf. We're out of here. Thank you to the live studio audience.
KikiKarasWorld.com.
Wait,
Facebook.
say it
I
again.
don't know. Kiki Kara's World, YouTube video. Kiki Kara's World. 2 airheads and a boxer.
Following, subscribed,
Musings with MGL.
subscribed.
MinnesotaGunLawyer.com. What else? I think that's it. Cancel culture.
Cancel culture.
Yeah. All right.
Was it Hyde? Hyde 22? Is that
Hyde
what it-
22. Martin
Hyde 22.
Hyde. Martin Hyde. 2022. Take down
There it
Bernie
is.
Buchanan.
All right.
Cancel culture. Let's go. It's bedtime. I got school in the morning.
We're out. We got to get out. You got school in the morning. All right. So thank you to everybody that's watching this, supporting us. Like and share, like and share, like and share, because Facebook is killing us. They are throttling us, just choking us down. All right. So I really do appreciate everybody that's supporting the channel. All right.
Thanks for sticking around.
Thanks for sticking around. Sorry we came on late, but I'll get you out of here. All right. Thank you again.
See you
Thank
next
you to
Tuesday.
all our sponsors. You'll see him the next first Tuesday of the month.
Next Tuesday.
Thursday.
All right. We will see you next Thursday, where our guest will be me
Yeah.
in the cool seat. Welcome to Open Mic Night. MIKE.
Bring a lot of dollar bills.
Bring a lot of dollar bills. Come down and watch us. Me go on rants.
Yeah.
All right. Come down and drink with us. On my one night, I can have one drink. All right. Take us out. Thank you very much.
One drink. That's a lie.